There's Lucky Dog. Got something here, it looks like it just came from Missouri. I don't know if it is anything or not. Sure, has a worked edge to it. Yeah, not good enough. Wow. Flying dog. Alright folks, it's cold and windy. Lucky Dog took off on me. And I was on my way out, and I got a point here. You can see it's got some tail damage. But it's very translucent. And there's not enough sun to even show it off to you, but imagine what it'd be like from real life. Cool. I had not expected to find anything because I've already made a lap, so back home. Hi everybody. Here we are on some land owned by my present employer. I work on the other side of those trees. I asked permission a while back and he'd given me permission, and just now making it out here in the middle of a hurricane. And I got my first find, which isn't nothing major. I know what it is. It's a bladelet. Not too far from the earthworks I showed y'all. Real pretty. Too bad it's not whole, but my first thing here, and woohoo for jobs with benefits. So I stopped, had lunch with my boss today, and made sure there was no deer hunters out here. But it's missing the tip. Had one of those moments when you say, yeah, you think of caches around boulders and major land features, I guess. So I was looking around here. There's the hole that come out of. And I didn't make it but a couple more steps. And I walked up on a killer heartbreaker. Oh, let's go down on the knees. I found a lot of this gray material here in the last little bit. But dadgum, that would have been a nice one. It's got some really good flaking. Really well balanced. Alright y'all. Haven't found anything in a while. Decided to walk this little trail and see where it goes. And was wanting to see if there was any flint, because I could dig here, honestly. And this is sort of like a ridge edge going down into an old creek. I was walking around here looking for signs of flint, and I think I got a base. Sure enough, an archaic base. Alright. Well folks, looks like we might have to do some digging. I'm gonna keep looking. Yeah, right off the old washout trail here. Hope there's some more. Hey everybody, here we are back at my work. And again, I don't actually work in this field, but it's attached to it over yonder. I just found something that looks pretty interesting. I don't think that's gonna be no geofact. Get over here. Oh, there goes my camera baggie. Rained pretty good the last day and a half, and it looks like it's paying off. That's one of the biggest. I guess that would be a broken blade. I thought that was going to just be a scraper end. Sweet. Been waiting for some rain because I got a couple of pieces out of here when it was powdery. So, apologize for the focus and the horrible sun, but quick start to the day makes me happy. Everybody, I'm out here at Lucky Dog's place. Been working on my Missouri videos. Sorry I'm behind like everybody else, but my work is just really taking precedence right now. Called a buddy from the local ASO chapter. We're gonna meet out here in a bit. I gave him directions. Figured I'd stick kind of close to the car until he gets here so I can walk him in. But I just walked up on one that made me do a stomp of, wow, there's one right in my face. I wanted to come over here and check out the Hopewell spot. Boy, that's a pretty big one. Yeah. Woohoo! It's my first one back in this field. I got a busted piece of slate here and another busted piece of stone. We'll leave those and take that. Cool, cool. Again, a big thanks to everybody in Missouri. It's just awesome to be able to show up and just have a good time with your buddies. And I hope they feel as welcome at my place if they ever want to find smaller and fewer arrowheads.
Or put those in some money or something, I'm not sure what you get. Nice triangle. Oh, that's a little side notch.
Or Riverton or something.
It's nice material, boils or something.
Heat treated 4 mile.
Yep, that'd be cool, man, if the point was on it. That's still pretty cool.
Well, at least we got one to show. I'm not crazy they're here. Alright, my buddy Brian got an end scraper. Thumb scraper, I guess, is the correct term.
It looks like it's paleo. It looks like it's a uniface, doesn't it?
Got the
doesn't
thumb
it look
flute.
like just a big chunk? A big old piece that was napped off?
That's weird.
That is weird. I gotta look at that better, because it does look like it's almost fluted, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or you think that's just a strike mark? That's hard to say. That's weird.
Yeah, definitely was intentionally done. And if they really held them in their thumb, then...
An unusual piece, I'd say that. That's cool.
See, Janine found a fluted tip down there where those trees are sliding down the hill. Brian got a point. I'm very happy for him. Let me do this without blocking your light. Oh, that's pretty stuff.
I'll zoom in on it here.
Good point, in a second.
Let's see how whole it is.
Oh, my battery's dying. That's pretty.
Right next to that green little...
Good eye. Hiding under the clod at that.
Looks like it could be a... I'm not getting a good focus on this son of a bitch. There, it's better. Take a picture of you out here. Well, my wife won't think I was out running around with other women here.
Yeah. But when you come home with an arrowhead and didn't have to buy one off
I can
eBay.
get out in the basement and find an arrowhead.
Kinda has a...
Oh, it ain't too bad,
beautiful
man.
point. Beautiful.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Now you got one to take to the show next month.
It looks like it's actually... It looks like that shoulder's actually worked off. I think it probably was a... You think that was a bifurcate?
Might have been.
Or just a... Oh, that's awful rounded.
Yeah.
Man, that's a nice little point.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Probably one of the multiple worn out Hopewells that show up here.
Let's try this.
Let me move some. Not blocking your light any.
Getting anxious. There. That's a good one. Alright, I got a couple of them there. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, I better get on tape. Little wore out Hopewell. Alright. Ooh, I just put my knee in the mud.
Nice one. I like the base on it.